Alright, another week, another set of movies to look at. So, I've got stuff here from Amazon, Best Buy, and Warner Archive. And I'll tell you why I've ordered stuff from Warner Archive a little bit later on when we get to that. But let's start with the Amazon pickup I have here. This was the only new release, I take that back, one of the only two new releases this week that I wanted to get my hands on. And that is the Blu-ray debut of Runaway Train from Kino Lorber. This is a Cannon movie from the 1980s. It's a very interesting Cannon movie for several reasons. One, it's one of the few action films from the Cannon and from the 1980s that actually got several Oscar nominations, including Best Actor for Jon Voight, Best Supporting Actor for Eric Roberts. And this movie has an interesting history to it, to say the least. It's got a lot of interesting behind-the-scenes stuff here, too. Like, the director of this is Andrei Konchalovsky, who also did Tango and Cash, but this is based off of a script by Akira Kurosawa, one of the great legendary filmmakers. Rebecca De Mornay is in this. They got the cinematographer for Your Eyes Only, along with some other... I cannot talk right now. 3 Oscar nominations. I'm reading the back here. It says, yeah, Best Actor in a Lead Role for Voight, Supporting Role for Roberts, and Film Editing. So, yeah, it's a good action thriller. Like, it's one that not a lot of people really talk about. It's kind of a precursor, I feel like, to Snowpiercer in a way. It has a lot of those same vibes to it. And I'd highly recommend checking this out. It's actually a pretty fun action film that's actually worth checking out. It's out on Blu-ray for the first time. Kino Lorber put it out. I highly recommend it. Next up, the lone Best Buy pickup, and because I love the Avatar franchise, and I saw that this was coming out, I had to get my hands on the Legend of Korra Steelbook collection on Blu-ray. Now, I already have the complete series on Blu-ray as well as on DVD, but like with the Avatar set that came out last year, I just had to get my hands on this set. It's going for like $80 online. At Best Buy, it was $80 when I pre-ordered this. And you get 4 Steelbook sets here, each one for each book. Book 1, Air, Spirits, Change, and Balance. And Legend of Korra is a really good show. I don't think it's as good as Avatar The Last Airbender, but it's as good as Avatar The Last Airbender. Let me rephrase that again. I don't think it's better than Avatar The Last Airbender, but I think it's as good as Avatar The Last Airbender. That's what I wanted to say. And, yeah, I just had to get my hands on this one. Like with the Avatar set, the original Avatar set that I have, I think I'm going to keep the original Legend of Korra set too. Because I remember when I bought it at Target a few years ago, it was only $15 for that set, so kind of too hard. So now I have that, and I also have the Steelbook set. Like I said, $80 for this, which is actually not that bad for this, all things considered. So that's the Best Buy set, that's the Amazon right there. And now we have the Warner Archive set, and I bought Warner Archive purchases. Now, the reason why I have stuff from Warner Archive is because right now they're having a sale going on where you buy 4 movies for $44. And it says on there it's their final sale. Like, I think Warner Archive... I don't know if Warner Archive's going out of business or anything, but they're having a sale right now where you buy any 4 movies on there, you get it for $44 for the whole thing. But I have 5 movies here, and they were able to give me that for $55. So I've got 5 movies here. I basically paid $11 for this, for each one of these. So I'm going to run through these real quick. First up, we have Starsky and Hutch. Kind of an underrated adaptation from Todd Phillips, who will later go on to direct the Hangover movies. He did this after he did Road Trip, and it's a funny movie. Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, Snoop Dogg's in here, Vince Vaughn. Great movie, great underrated movie. I don't feel like a lot of people talk about this movie anymore, but it's on Blu-ray for the first time, and I had to get my hands on that one. I'm happy that I have a physical copy of this movie. It's the original The Witches. I watched this for the first time last Halloween when the new remake came out, and I like the new remake, but you can't top this one. This one just was such a good movie. I can't believe it took me this long to finally watch it, and I'm happy that I finally have a physical copy of this. I'm hoping one day that there will be a physical copy of the remake as well. I know there's one in Korea right now that's going for a lot of money right now on eBay, but yeah, you can't top the original. I like the remake, but you can't top the original film. This one's just too good. Next up we have this. I didn't even know this was a thing, but this is a Robin Williams documentary that came out a couple years after, 4 years after his death. It's Robin Williams Come Into My Mind. And who doesn't love Robin Williams? This should be a very interesting documentary to watch indeed. Like I said, I didn't even know this existed, but I saw it on there. And, I mean, it'll be interesting to watch. I mean, like I said, who doesn't love Robin Williams? Next up, we have People of Earth Season 2. This was the TBS comedy series produced by Conan O'Brien, where these guys it centers around abductions and extraterrestrial investigations. It's a sci-fi comedy. I haven't watched the original this in a while now. I have the first season on DVD. Like I said, I haven't watched it in a while, but I remember this show being really funny. I haven't seen Season 2, and this is the only season that's left. There was only 2 seasons of it because of the changeover at TBS, but I remember the show being very funny, so I'm looking forward to checking out Season 2. Now, this last one here is an interesting pickup. It's called Hollywood Party, and as it says right there, it has everything: stars, girls, music cast of 2000s. And you look at the people that is involved in this. Basically, the stars from the 1930s, like Laurel and Hardy, Jimmy Durante, some other ones here, Ted Healy and the Three Stooges. But the biggest one you see right there is Mickey Mouse, which, yeah, Mickey Mouse actually appears in this. This is the only non-Disney thing that Mickey Mouse actually appears in, where he's actually voiced by Walt Disney. Like, I think Disney allowed Warner Brothers to use him in this movie, which is interesting because, I mean, it's interesting because you don't usually see Mickey Mouse outside of the normal Disney properties without being parodied or some way, but this actually has Walt Disney as Mickey Mouse in it. And I saw the clip online. It was actually pretty fun to watch this. So I'm actually looking forward to see the rest of the movie itself here. This came out in 1934, so this is like the Silver Age, kind of the Silver Age, close to the end of the Prohibition era. And it just looks like a ton of fun. Like, who else is in here? You got Lauren Hardy is in this, Jimmy Durante, Jack Pearl, Lupe Velez, Charles Butterworth, Mickey Mouse, I said, Polly Moran, Ted Healy and his Stooges, Francis Williams, Eddie Quinlan, June Clyde, George Gibbet, and Richard Cable. So, like I said, I've never seen the movie before. I only saw the Mickey Mouse bit online, but I'm actually looking forward to checking that out. So, those are all the pickups I got this week. I'll put a link to the Warner Archive website so you can see all the movies that they have on sale. But, other than that, it's a slow week this week. Not really a whole lot is coming out. I know, obviously, everyone wants to hear my thoughts on Justice League and the Zack Snyder Justice League cut. And as I said last year in a video, I wasn't going to review it. I'll put a link to the video on the corner here. I don't know which corner it is, because I'll point to here, and then when I look at the video again online, the corner will actually be on this side of the screen. So either corner, whichever way you look at it, there'll be a video posting the link of why I'm not reviewing the Zack Snyder Justice League cut. So, like I said, other than that, it's a slow week for me. So, that's going to do it for this episode of Movie Stop. Actually, next week I think is not going to be too packed either. I mean, next big movie that comes out is Godzilla vs. Kong, which is at the end of the month, March 31st. But other than that, that's going to do it. It's a very slow week. Gonna relax a little bit, and thank you guys for watching this video. As always, if you like what you see here and you want to subscribe to this channel, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button right there. The subscribe button right there. The like button will be at the bottom of the video. And then you can check out a previous episode here where I went to the waterworks last week. And I'm just rambling for time right now. So thank you guys for watching as always. Have a good week, and I'll see you guys next week. And until the next time I see you, take care.